automated because it says up in the top right starting, and it's now live. Okay, so today I'm a little bit late. Sorry, I had problems with my browser. It wasn't allowing the camera for some reason. But I'm going to talk through smart contracts specifically. I'm going to go through the problem that I've been thinking about since yesterday. Quality problem, luxury problem. So yesterday, one of the companies in our group of companies, a marketing consultancy, got a new contract for running content marketing for a customer. And you know, there's a certain amount of that fee which is based on optimizing Facebook advertising, and Instagram advertising and Twitter advertising, all social media advertising. And a certain amount of that is based on the actual work involved, our consulting work. And the actual margin is relatively low. And so I was thinking this over, and we've had some problems in the past where people haven't paid their bills, in effect. So we've run a campaign for them. It's run for a month, and they're supposed to pay at the end of the month when we've decided, when we've seen how much has actually been spent, and then obviously, you know, occasionally people don't pay, and normally if that happens, it goes on for 2 months, because after the first month you keep chasing them. They keep saying, "Oh, I'll come next week," and then by the time you've actually cut the campaign budget, 2 months have gone past, or 7 weeks or 6 weeks have gone past. So anyway, in the current circumstances, I was thinking that's going to be more of a problem, probably. And I was thinking, okay, how can we resolve this? So you know, post-dated checks, obviously prepayment, but then prepayment, we're both in the same situation. They don't want to prepay because they're worried about what will happen with us, and we don't want to run campaigns without being prepaid because we're worried about what will happen with them. And I was thinking about smart contracts. So I'm a fan of smart contracts, and I'm a fan of what they call distributed finance. Hi, Nuria, which is specifically the use of cryptocurrency and smart contracts to lend cryptocurrency between one party and the other party in a peer-to-peer basis. And the basis of that is the fact that you have what they call stable coins. So the problem with cryptocurrency to date has often been that the price in fiat currency, so in real money, shall we say, fluctuates enormously. So it's very difficult to charge for a service if you don't know what you're going to be paid for the service, because you don't know what the value of the cryptocurrency will be tomorrow or in 5 minutes. Stable currencies resolve this by maintaining a par with a fiat currency. So in the instance of obviously in the EU, it makes a lot of sense to do this with euro stable currency. So once you've resolved the currency issue, there's just an issue, you know, of trust, in effect. Now smart contracts auto execute, so you don't have to. Once you've got the clauses of the smart contract established, then when one of those clauses is fulfilled, it will automatically execute. So in the instance I was going back to, where we're running a campaign, I think the total margin is like 8%. So we're running a campaign for a customer where we have a risk of, I think it's like 5,000 euros a month, and we're making 400 euros a month, of which there's actually quite a lot of work to do. So, you know, net margin is virtually negative, probably, but it's very limited. So if we're working on a normal basis of prepayment or post payment, well, then you've got an issue of trust. If we were to run that using a smart contract and a stable coin, then in theory there's no issues of trust. So the customer would upload would adhere to the clauses of the smart contract, and every day would, or every hour, or every week, or every month, whatever it be, would automatically pay us according to the fees that they would see being charged by the different social media, and plus a margin, daily margin, whatever it be, a percentage margin. In this case, it's a fixed fee, but plus a fixed fee per day for our services. If we don't supply those services, then that would be on a daily basis. So they'd be charged on a daily basis, but they could cancel it almost immediately. And if we were not to spend the advertising budget, which is obviously 92% of the problem, then they wouldn't be charged that amount in the first place. So take the scenario of where for whatever reason we would otherwise be paid the money, and we would be charging it in prepayment, and let's say we go bust. In that instance, they would lose, in this instance, €5,400. With a smart contract, let's say that the first day goes past and no advertising is launched, well, they would lose €13, because there wouldn't be any advertising spend that would be charged by the smart contract, and they'd just be our fixed fee. They could then cancel it because no, or you could even put into the smart contract that we don't even get paid the fixed fee if no advertising spend is made. In the other instance, where we spend the money and we don't get paid because, let's say, they go bankrupt, it would be the other way around. They would have to upload the money in the first place. So we continue doing the business, we continue doing the advertising for them. Let's say it's 160 euros a day. So the first day we do 160 euros. The second day they go bankrupt. They stop the campaign. There's nothing more charged. We stop all the advertising on all the platforms, and their money, which in effect is in escrow, would get returned to them. You reduce all the problems with risk of non-payment. So this isn't a system that there probably is one out there that somebody's built. It's not a system that I know of. But if somebody wants to create it, then one, I know a software factory that could help them, because I've got a software factory that specializes in blockchain, and on the other hand, you've got your first client sitting here. So that's it from me. There's somebody else connected. That's it from me, and I'll be back